We're now going to look at a few back cycle lines. These are going to help you outline the chord progression, practice them, and I'm going to explain how you can use them over various different chord progressions. The first example here is probably the most complex, so let's get the most difficult one out of the way first and we'll go from there. This is more of a solo guitar study. You can use this in a chord melody, you can use this as an intro, all kinds of different things. And what I'm doing here is just basically playing a line, but I'm using more of the range of the guitar, getting a few bass notes in, things like that. So it starts, it's over a 2, 5, 1, and the back cycle that we're using is 2, 3, 6. So it's 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, and then back to 2 again. So the line slowly sounds like this. So root, 5th, 9th, and then we're going to the 3rd, back to the 5th, and then for G7, going straight to the root, but we've got this kind of string skipping lick, root, 3, root again, and then 7, 6, and then we've got the 4th there, or the 11th, 5th, then 3rd. So that entire second bar, and then we've got the root on the C major, 7th to 6th to 5th, and then D minor, root 5th, same arpeggio as what we began the phrase with, E minor, that's root to 3rd, or root to 10th, drops to the root, and then we get into that A7 there. And that would be the first line, the most difficult. So practice that one, I can assure you all the other ones are much easier. The next back cycle that we're going to look at is 1, 4, and then we're going to continue the cycle and go to B flat and E flat. So from our cycle generator, this is one where we go up a 4 from C to a dominant, B flat, and then the tritones to get to the 2 chord. The line by itself sounds like this. Once again. And one more time. And then a bit faster. So what's going on here? Well, we're basically thinking of C, then going to F. So we're starting on the 3rd of C, and then F, and then B flat, triadic, falling to the root of the E flat 7 chord. So harmonically it's very simple because we're just really sticking to triads and maybe a 1, 2, 3. But you can hear the outline of the harmony. Now it's the concept here that you want to try and really understand. So that's outlined in Coltrane patterns as well. That's not the lick, but you can hear that sound. Right? That's exactly what's going on. So I'll put the loop pedal on and I'll explain what you should do. So the first thing is let the chords fly and just try and get the phrase in. Two, 5, here's the lick. Then you can improvise around. Two, lick. And once you've done that a few times and you get confident with it, start to improvise around it and start to get variations using that cycle. The next example uses the rhythm changes walk up. So once again, kind of keeping the harmony on a triadic basis. So the turnaround and the back cycle that we're referring to here is 1, sharp 1, 2, sharp 2. The line slowly sounds like this. That kind of sound. So 1, sharp 1, 2, and then sharp 2. So we're just basically using arpeggios, starting on the root this time, sorry, on the third even, and then D minor triad, and then just the one note. So let's hear that now against the loop, and once again you want to try and fill in some of the sound between that just to try and get used to the line. So to begin with, just play the line, then improvise, line. The next examples are over a long 1-6-2-5. So written out simply, that's C major, A7, D minor 7, G7. So the first back cycle that we're going to look at using over these is just the first back cycle that we looked at using over a 1-6-2-5, which is a 1, dominant 4, 3, 6. The line sounds like this. So once again, we're spelling out all of those chords. So we're starting with a C triad, and then an F tetrachord, descending E minor, falling to the 7th, catching the 3rd of the A7th, and then the root. And you need to try and get this one at the very front end of the line. So here are the chords, and we'll try and do that now. So 1, 4, 3, 6, 2, 5. And again. Okay, that kind of thing. So that would be that example. This next line uses something a little bit different. It's not a turnaround that I've written out, but one that I thought of a line and then kind of, wrote the turnaround based off the line. It's kind of like a chicken and egg argument. Sometimes you can think of a line first or a chord sequence and just kind of work around them. So this one goes 1 to 4 minor to F minor. So you're in the key of C, then you're going to go to F minor, and then 3 minor, and then flat 3 minor, which brings us back to 2 as well. So that's the sound of the turnaround. A natural line sounds like this. So it starts on C major, and then it goes to A flat, then a B flat, 2 notes there, which is a good kind of start to a line. And then we've got this, which is a bit more complex. So kind of hard to play slow, but I'll try. So I'm really thinking here over E minor of a C major 7th arpeggio, but it's an E minor triad with a C at the bottom and then falling that down by a semitone. So, and then playing the A note on the top string and getting that kind of sound. So a bit more of an advanced sound, but a cool sound, and that you can use over a 1-6-2-5. This last example is probably the most advanced that we've looked at so far. It's a little bit trickier because we're really just kind of using what we did before. But we're now going to start with F minor 7 and kind of go for a German 6 backdoor thing and use that to create a cycle which is based off tritone sub and get to the 2 chord that way. So the line itself just basically plays off the minor chords for each of these. And you can resolve that to the 5th of the D minor. So over the loop, let's have a listen to the chords. 2, 5.